Hey guys, this is Josh with Next Step Cubing. First off, I want to apologize. I am washing clothes right now. My room's kind of close to the washer, so it might be a little bit loud with that. Other than that, what we're going to do is our next step in solving the cube with the beginner's method. So, like we did before, and I'll put all the annotations on the side here. The first step that we did was to solve our white cross, which this is done already. And then the next thing we did was solve our white corners, which are also already done, which solved our whole first layer. So the next thing we're going to do is finish off this next second layer by putting all these edges in the right place. Okay, so first off, we already looked out when we did it the last time. This edge was actually put in place when I put this corner down. So we don't even have to worry about that edge. So that leaves only 3 edges left to do. Okay, so what I want to do is to find an edge and an edge on top, on this top layer, that does not have yellow on it. Okay, so this one has yellow and this one has yellow, and this one doesn't, and this one doesn't. So we're going to start with this one right here. This is going to be our green and orange edge. Okay, so what I want to do after we find one, and we line it up this way, so we'll line up all the green on this side like such, make a line. And I want to see which direction this edge is going to go to be placed in the right spot. So green and orange. Orange is going to go to this side. So I know that this edge has to go here. Okay. Now, knowing that it goes here, here's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to push this opposite of where it needs to go. So I'm going to turn the upper face, the U face, opposite, which is just a regular U. And then for this side, I want to do a sexy move, which is R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay. The next step I want to do is a cube turn. So we're going to do a Y cube turn. We're going to turn the whole cube this direction. And we're also going to do a sexy move. But this time I want to do the same motions with my left hand and do a left-handed sexy. So the same motions will be this. It will be L prime, U prime, L, U. And what that does, it'll bring that piece that was up here earlier and it'll bring it down in place here with our corner. So now we have 2 of the edges set. Okay, so I knew this one was back here, so we're going to start on this one. Now, in this case, this piece is going to go to our left here. So our first step into solving this is to turn this opposite direction needs to go. So this time we'll do a U prime. And then in this case, we'll do a left hand sexy move, which is L prime, U prime, L, U. We'll do a cube turn to go in this direction. So we'll do a Y prime, turning it this way. And then we'll do a right hand sexy move, R, U, R prime, U prime. And that'll bring our edge down here. Okay, so we had one set, we just set 2 of them, so that leaves 1 more left. So here's green and red. I want to make sure that this aligns with this side because we want to make that line. So I'll move it over like this. I know that it's going to go here because it's our last option, so we have to push it away, U prime. Do our sexy move with the left hand, L prime, U prime, L, U. Do a cube turn, which is Y. And then we'll do our right hand sexy, R, U, R prime, U prime. And once we're done with that, all 4 of these edges should now be in place, which is where we need it to be for this step. So it doesn't take long. There are going to be a couple algorithms to learn with that, but if you know the sexy move, it's not difficult at all. Okay. The only other thing that I can say is if we have a situation, and give me a second here to kind of set it up. All right, if we have a situation where we have a piece that's inverted like this, it's in the right spot, but it's not in the right position. All we have to do is do any of the 2 moves that we learned. In this case, I'll do the right since it's on the right side. So I can do R, U, R prime, U prime, followed by the cube turn, and then left hand sexy, L prime, U prime, L, U. And what that does, it'll bring that piece out, and then you can line it up the way it needs to go, and then just do the move that you need to do to be able to solve it as such. Okay, hopefully this will get you guys to understand how to solve the rest of these edges on the second layer, which means now we have the first two layers done. Okay, the next step that we'll do is being able to solve the top layer here, and I'm going to break it down into two steps. Okay, so our first part of those two steps is to be able to get all our yellow edges here. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit more and understood. I forgot to turn off my alarms because I'm not at work today. If you have any comments or questions, just leave it on the bottom. Other than that, guys, I will catch you on the flip side.